Hello, hello, and welcome. Yeah, now that this is going, sorry, I'm actually going to close my person-facing camera so that I can save charge. Whoopsie. You know what? I just moved the camera. I'm gonna try to stare right at it so it doesn't feel awkward for anyone watching this. But as I closed my viewer thing, I moved the camera, and I'd be paranoid that I moved it to a point where the shot's not even, and then I get back here and I start doing whatever, and like an hour goes by with a crooked camera, and I wouldn't want to redo stuff. So sorry, forget any of that happened. I was gonna close my little viewer, my LCD screen, but forget about that. The LCD screen is back open. This is a great start to this. I love starting things. Look, you can tell when I'm looking at the thing instead of the camera. Looking at the camera. I love starting things a little rocky. It just sets the bar appropriately so that no one has any false expectations. I don't know what I'm doing, and I don't care about quality. This is all about me having a good old time with myself, proving that I don't need people. That Albert Camus was wrong when he said, what was it? Don't walk in front of me, I may not follow. Don't walk behind me, I may not lead. Just walk alongside me and be my friend. Here I am trying to prove Albert Camus wrong by showing I don't need friends, I only need the entertainment that I can provide myself. Booyah. Kidding, I love Albert Camus, he's a genius. Anyway, the whole reason that I'm here. This, I don't know why I walked away from the camera already. This right here. Macbeth. And look at that, it's from Baltimore, this copy. I've never actually read Macbeth. I'm a big fan of Shakespeare, of what I have read of his, and what I have read, usually I read through the actual work, and then I also I read all the footnotes and all to understand what the heck he's saying if it's not obvious, and then I read different notes on it, and then I read different translations of the work, which again hasn't been for a lot of stuff, but I don't know, a couple things that I have read of Shakespeare I absolutely love. Somehow, age of 25, I've never read Macbeth. Do I have date on here? Sorry, I actually don't know if that's going. You see on camcorders like this, the LCD screen, when you turn it to face you, it makes all different kinds of weird adjustments. Okay, I just flipped it around and I can see. Sorry, working at the kinks here. That was probably largely incoherent because I finished the thought in my head, but I didn't finish saying it. I just wanted to make sure that the date and time are right here in the corner. It didn't show me on the LCD screen when the screen faces me, so I flipped it around briefly to check to see if it was showing it. It is. Crisis averted. I'm sorry. Anyway, Macbeth. I've never read it before. I obviously know kind of the gist of it because pop culture or just general being a human, being alive, and knowing the gist from that. But I figured I would do a cold read, try to act it out. I'm not an actor. Just gonna have a good time, okay? Am I allowed to just have a good time? So, Macbeth here, translation. Well, this is unabridged. It's from Dover. It's the publisher, Thrift Editions. Do I have a translation? Come on, tell me who translated this. Wait. I'm sorry. Shakespeare wrote in English, it doesn't have a translation. Sometimes, they're more modern, but no, I'm sorry. If you're watching this, you're probably thinking I'm dumb, saying that I've read different translations. I should say different publishing, right? Because it's in English, so they don't Yeah, I'm sorry. This is what I meant. I promise I'm not entirely an idiot. I am a fair amount of an idiot, but I'm not entirely an idiot. What I meant translations in my mind came from reading like Greek stuff or like Albert Camus. There are different translations because Camus is French, or like Sartre is French, or like Greek tragedies are in ancient Greek. Or whatever. Let me say less. Less is more. What I meant with Shakespeare is that I've read different like publishings of his books that come with different commentaries, not different translations. He wrote in English. I'm sorry. I was trying to check to see where the translator was, but okay. Let me move on. Let me just start reading this. Okay, here we go. So the note. In Macbeth, the story of a catastrophic regicide, William Shakespeare offers his most harrowing depiction of evil and the guilt and madness to which it can give rise. Thought to have been written between 1603 and 1606, after both Hamlet and Othello, Macbeth was probably first performed in 1606 at Hampton Court in the presence of King James I, who is reputed to be a descendant of Banquo, one of the victims of Macbeth, an 11th century Scottish king. The play is considerably shorter than any of the other great tragedies of Shakespeare's middle period, and the text as it now exists is possibly a truncated and somewhat revised version, with interpolations by other hands, of a lost version. Shakespeare's principal source was Raphael Holinshed's Chronicles of Scotland, although there are also numerous allusions to contemporary historical events, most significantly to the notorious gunpowder plot of 1605 and the trials that followed the plot's discovery. The text reprinted here is that of the Cambridge Shakespeare. The explanatory footnotes are based on the glosses given in the 3rd edition of Alexander Schmidt's Shakespeare Lexicon. And I probably will read the glosses as they don't make a ton of sense. Okay. So, our dramatist personae to go through here, we have Duncan, who is the King of Scotland. Malcolm and Donalbain, who are his, whom? I don't know. They are his sons. Macbeth and Banquo are generals of the king's army. Macduff, Lennox, Ross, Menteith. Macduff, Lennox, Ross, Menteith, Angus. Sorry, I have a lisp anyway, so whatever if I say Angus. Angus, Caithness? Macduff, Lennox, Ross, Menteith, Angus, Caithness. I know probably if anyone's made it this far in the video, at this point now they're like, great, you spend like 2 minutes repeating the same names in the dramatist personae. We're not getting anywhere. I'm out of here. I don't blame you. I'm doing this for me. Not for you. Anyway, Macduff, Lennox, Ross, Menteith, Angus, and Caithness are noblemen of Scotland. Fleance is son to Banquo. Siward is Earl of Northumberland, general of the English forces. Young Siward is his son. Seyton is an Seyton. It's spelled S-E-Y-T-O-N. Seyton? Shuton? I don't know if, no, that's not gay, Irish Celtic. Anyway, Seyton is an officer attending on Macbeth. Boy is son to Macduff. An English doctor, a Scotch doctor, a sergeant, a porter, an old man. They exist. Lady Macbeth exists. Lady Macduff, gentlewoman attending on Lady Macbeth. Hecate, I don't know. 3 witches, apparitions, lords, gentlemen, officers, soldiers, murderers, attendants, and messengers, all included here. Scene: Scotland and England, or Scotland in England. So we begin Macbeth by Shakespeare. After only, oh right, the LCD screen flipped for selfie mode, doesn't show me the time in. Oh well, ignorance is bliss, isn't it? Let me see how my battery is though, because this is an old battery. Okay. We'll be good. We'll be good. Let's just get started. Act 1, Scene 1. A desert place. Thunder and lightning. Enter 3 witches. When shall we meet? When shall we 3 meet again? In thunder, lightning, or in rain? When the hurly-burly's done, when the battle's lost and won. That will be at the set of sun. Where the place? Upon the heath. I already mixed up the voices. Upon the heath. There. Shit. Let me just do high, middle, and low pitch. Yeah. Upon the heath, there to meet with Macbeth. I come, Grey Malkin. Malkin is a witch's familiar in the shape of a cat. I come, Grey Malkin. All. Paddock calls. Anon. Fair is foul and foul is fair. Hovered through the fog and filthy air. Exeunt. Paddock is a toad, another witch's familiar. Paddock calls. Scene 2. A camp near Forays. Forays? Forest? Alarum within. Alarum within. Enter Duncan. I don't know that. I'm sorry. Enter Duncan, Malcolm, Donaldon, Lennox with attendants, meeting a bleeding sergeant. Duncan, Malcolm, Donaldon. Okay, I'm just going to try to stand in different places, different quadrants, if I mess it up. What bloody man is that? He can report, as seemeth by his plight, of the revolt, the new estate. This is the sergeant, who like a good and hardy soldier fought against my captivity. Hail, brave friend, say to the king the knowledge of the broil, as thou didst leave it. Doubtful it stood, as 2 spent swimmers that do cling together and choke their art. The merciless MacDonald, worthy to be a rebel, for to that the multiplying villainies of nature do swarm upon him. From the western isles of kerns and gallowglasses is supplied. Kerns and gallowglasses are Irish foot soldiers. From the western isles of kerns and gallowglasses is supplied. And fortune, on his damned quarrel smiling, showed like a rebel's horn, but all's too weak. For brave Macbeth, well he deserves that name, disdaining fortune with his brandished steel, which smoked with bloody execution, like valor's mini carved out his passage, till he faced the slave, which ne'er shook hands, nor bade farewell to him, till he unseamed him from the nave to the chaps, which is navel to the jaw, nave to the chaps, and fixed his head upon our battlements. Oh, valiant valiant cousin, worthy gentlemen. I am terrible at accents, absolutely terrible, and obviously terrible at keeping characters correctly accented. Oh, valiant cousin, worthy gentlemen. As whence the sun gains his reflection, shipwrecking storms and direful thunders break. So from that spring whence comfort seemed to come, discomfort swells. Mark, King of Scotland, mark. No sooner justice had, with valor armed, compelled these skipping kerns to trust their heels. But the Norwegian lord, surveying vantage, with furbished arms and new supplies of men, began a fresh assault. Surveying vantage is seeing his opportunity. Dismayed not this, our captains Macbeth and Banquo? Yes, as sparrows, eagles, or the hare lion. If I say sooth, I must report they were as cannons overcharged with double cracks. So they doubly redoubled strokes upon the foe, except they meant to bathe in reeking wounds or memorize another Golgotha, the place of execution. Oh yeah, the place of execution outside Jerusalem, also known as Calvary. Golgotha. or memorize another so they doubly redoubled strokes upon the foe, except they meant to bathe in reeking wounds or memorize another Golgotha. I cannot tell, but I am faint, like ashes cry for help. So well thy words become thee as thy wounds. They smack of honor both. Go get him sergeants. This guy is leaving, now attended to. Who comes here? Enter Ross. Okay, Ross is now taking the spot of this third quadrant here. And now right here I have Malcolm. I'm just going to do him in my normal voice. Hopefully I remember Duncan is a southerner. Sergeant is, and Malcolm is going to be me. The worthy Thane of Ross. And now we have, Malcolm was here. We have here, Len. We have Lennox, right, Lennox. So Lennox is gonna talk like this. Duncan talks like a southerner, when I remember. Malcolm talks like myself, which is unintelligible. And Denalbin will talk like this. How about that? I think I can remember these. Okay, so Duncan says, who comes here? No, who comes here? Shit. The worthy Thane of Ross. Who did I say is where? Lennox. Lennox is here. What? Oh, shit. I forget already. Southerner. Me normal. Raspy. And this guy's gonna talk like this. Okay. What the heck? Why can I not remember? What a haste looks through his eyes. So should he look that seems to speak things strange. God save the king. Whence camest thou, worthy Thane? From Fife, great king, where the Norwegian banners flap the sky and fan our people cold. Norway himself, with terrible numbers, assisted by that most disloyal traitor, the Thane of Cawdor, began a dismal conflict. Dismal conflict being a fatal conflict. Fatal. The Thane of Cawdor began a dismal conflict, till the Bellona's bridegroom lapped in proof. Okay, we have a couple things here. Let me see. Till the Bellona's bridegroom lapped in proof, confronted him with self-comparisons. Bellona is a goddess of war. So that Bellona's bridegroom, goddess of war's bridegroom, lapped in proof, is clad in impenetrable armor. Lapped in proof, clad in impenetrable armor. Self-comparisons is, confronted him with self-comparisons is equal force and skill. Confronted him with equal force and skill. So remember all that. The Thane of Cawdor began a dismal conflict, till that Bellona's bridegroom lapped in proof, confronted him with self-comparisons. Point against point rebellies, arm against arm, curbing his lavish spirit, and to conclude, the victory fell on us. Great happiness! That now, Sweno, the Norway's king, craves composition, which is accord or peace. He craves peace. Craves composition, nor would he deign him burial of his men till he disbursed at St. Colm's Inch. St. Colm's Inch is island. St. Colm's Island. Till he disbursed at St. Colm's Inch $10,000 to our general use. No more that Thane of Cawdor shall deceive our bosom interest. Go pronounce his present death. And with his former title, greet Macbeth. Ooh, gonna kill this guy and give Macbeth that. I'll see it done. What he hath lost, noble Macbeth, hath won. Scene 3. Okay, so I didn't need those other voices anyway. Great. Scene 3, a heath. Thunder. Boom, boom, boom. Enter the 3 witches. Again, this is first witch, medium witch, third witch. Sorry, second witch, third witch. Okay, so second witch will just, it'll be over-exaggerated.
Where hast thou been, sister?
Killing swine. Sister, where thou?
A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap and munched.
Mounched. Okay, it means munched. That's the footnote. Mounched is munched.
A sailor's wife had chestnuts in her lap and mounched and mounched and mounched. Give me, quoth I.
Which is, quote, me. We're going to say, aroint thee, which means begone. Aroint thee means begone.
Aroint thee, witch.
This is the sailor's wife talking.
Aroint thee, witch. The rump-fed Ronian cries.
Ronian is a mangy creature. Rump-fed Ronian. The rump-fed mangy creature.
Aroint thee, witch. The rump-fed Ronian cries. Her husband's to Aleppo gone, master o' the tiger. But at a sea thou thither sail, and like a rat without a tail, I'll do, and I'll do.
I'll give thee a wind. I'll give thee a wind.
Thou art kind.
And I another. So which? And I another.
I myself have all the other. In the very ports they blow, all the quarters that they know. I, the shipman's card. Shipman's card is a compass or chart. I, the shipman's card, I will drain him dry as hay.
Ooh.
Sleep shall neither night nor day hang upon his penthouse lid.
Which penthouse lid is eyelid. It says eyelid.
Sleep shall neither night or day hang upon his penthouse lid. He shall live, a man forbid. Wearisome nights. This is spelled S-E''N-N-I-G-H-T. S. Wearisome nights 9 times 9 shall he dwindle. Peak and pine. Peak means grow thin. Shall he dwindle, peak. Shall he dwindle, grow thin. Shall he dwindle, peak, and pine. Though his bark cannot be lost, yet it shall be tempest tossed. Look what I have. Show me, show me. Here I have a pilot's thumb. Wrecked as homeward he did come.
Drum within is a note. Boom, 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 boom.
Oh, wrecked as homeward he did come.
Boom, 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 boom. A drum, Macbeth doth come. All. The weird sisters, hand in hand, posters. It means swift travelers. Posters, I'll say swift travelers. The weird sisters, hand in hand, posters of the sea and land. Thus do go about, thrice to thine, and thrice to mine, and thrice again to wake up 9. Peace, the charms wound up. Enter Macbeth and Banquo. Macbeth will be... I'm really bad at British accents. Really, really bad. So bad. I'm gonna do Macbeth as British. Actually, I've played D&D before and I tried to do kind of a okay, whatever, we're gonna see what happens. Banquo is gonna be rough and gruff. He's gonna be right here. And I do declare Macbeth will be right here. You see, I'm telling you, it's terrible. Stick with me. So foul and fair a day I have not seen. How far is called to forest? How far is called to forest? How far is called to forest? What are these so withered and so wild in their attire? I don't know what this has slipped into, but I like it. Well, so withered and so wild in their attire, that look not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are aught. Live you, or are you aught that man may question? Or are you aught that man may question? You seem to understand me, but each at once her choppy finger lying. Choppy is chapped, but each at once her chapped. Okay, they're talking to the witches here. Okay, yep, talking to the witches. It's Macbeth and Banquo. They were standing arm in arm, the witches. Okay.
So withered, what are these so withered and so wild in their attire, that look not like the inhabitants of the earth, and yet are on't? Live you, or are you aught that man may question? You seem to understand me by each at once her choppy finger laying upon her skinny lips. You should be a woman, and yet your beards forbid me to interpret that you are so. Speak, British. Speak if you can. British. How do British people talk? I don't know. Speak if you can. What are you? Speak if you can. What are you? I cannot do British. Speak if you can. What are you? First switch. All hail, Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis! All hail, Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor! I hope you're following. All hail, Macbeth! Thou that shalt be king hereafter! Banquo here. Good sir, why do you start and seem to fear? Why do you start and seem to fear things that do sound so fair? I the name of truth. Is the name of truth? It's an I with an apostrophe. I think it's saying like in the name of truth. In the name of truth are ye fantastical? Fantastical being imaginary. In the name of truth are ye fantastical, or that indeed which outwardly ye show? My noble partner, you greet with present grace and great prediction of noble having estate or property, of noble having and of royal hope, that he seems wrapped withal. To me you speak not, and if you can look into the seeds of time and say which grain will grow and which will not, speak them to me, and who neither beg nor fear your favors nor your hate. Hail! 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 Lesser than Macbeth, and greater. That's supposed to be lesser than Macbeth, and greater. Not so happy. Not so happy. Yet much happier. Thou shalt get kings. Thou shalt get kings, though thou be none. So all hail Macbeth and Banquo. Banquo and Macbeth, all hail! Say, you imperfect speakers, tell me more. By Sinel's death I know I am Thane of Glamis. But how of Cawdor? The Thane of Cawdor lives, a prosperous gentleman, and to be king stands not within the prospect of belief, no more than to be Cawdor. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence. Owe is saying possess. Say from whence you owe this strange intelligence, or why upon this blasted heath you stop our way with such prophetic greeting. Speak, I charge you, which is vanish. Isn't that crazy how they do that? Banquo. The earth hath bubbles as the water has, and these are of them. Whither are they vanished? Into the air, and what seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind. Would they had stayed? Into the air, and what seemed corporal melted as breath into the wind. Would they have stayed? Were such things here as we do speak about? They're questioning the very existence of these witches at all. Were such things here as we do speak about? Or have we eaten on the insane root that takes the reason prisoner? That takes the reason prisoner. Your children shall be kings. You shall be king. And Thane of Cawdor too, went it not so? To the self same tune and words. Who's here? Enter Ross and Angus. Ooh, I don't remember. Ross, I think, was my normal voice. Angus, I think was, I'm not certain I actually did an Angus. You all know Angus. Angus is going to be raspy. Enter Ross and Angus. So Ross is my normal voice. The king hath happily received, Macbeth, the news of thy success. And when he reads thy personal venture in the rebels' fight, he wonders, and his praises do contend which should be thine or his. Silenced with that, in viewing o'er the rest of the selfsame day, he finds thee in the stout Norwegian ranks, nothing afeard of what they self didst make. Strange, nothing afeard of what they self didst make. Strange images of death. As thick as hail came post with post,
And everyone did bear thy praises in his kingdom's great defense, and poured them down before him.
We are sent to give thee from our royal master thanks, only to herald thee into his sight, not pay thee. Only to herald thee into his sight, not pay thee. And for an earnest, which an earnest is a portion paid as a pledge, and for an earnest of a greater honor, he bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor, in which addition, hail, most worthy Thane. Which, addition, okay, I thought he was saying, like, also, by the way, since you are the Thane, hail. I should stop doing like that. I'm just saying, like, hail, man, woo, woo, yeah, you go. I'm not trying to, no. Just talking with my hands is all. Great. So yeah, it says addition, in which addition, they footnotes say the gloss is title. Addition is title. In which title, so, he bade me from him call thee Thane of Cawdor, in which addition, hail, most worthy Thane, for it is thine. Banquo here. What can the devil speak true? The Thane of Cawdor lives. Why do you dress me in borrowed robes? Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment. This is Angus, I'm sorry. Who was the Thane lives yet, but under heavy judgment bears out life which he deserves to lose. Whether he was combined with those of Norway, or did line the rebel with hidden help and vantage, or did line is strengthen, or did strengthen. With whether he was combined with those of Norway, or did line the rebel with hidden help and vantage, or that with both he labored in his country's wreck, I know not. But treason's capital, confessed and proved, have overthrown him, saying that he's gone. Macbeth. Aside. Glamis and Thane of Cawdor, the greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains. Do you not hope your children shall be kings when do you not hope your children shall be kings when those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them? Okay, let me read that one more time. The greatest, Glamis and Thane of Cawdor, the greatest is behind. Thanks for your pains. This is not British anymore. Do you not hope your children shall be kings when those that gave the Thane of Cawdor to me promised no less to them? That, trust at home, might yet enkindle you unto the crown. Besides, the Thane of Cawdor, but 'tis strange. Might yet enkindle you unto the crown. Besides, the Thane of Cawdor. But 'tis strange, and oftentimes to win us to our harm, the instruments of darkness tell us truths, win us with honest trifles, to betrays in deepest consequence. Cousins, a word I pray you. Aside, Macbeth, aside. Two trips are told, as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. Wait, what is aside, what isn't aside? Okay, two truths are told as happy prologues to the swelling act of the imperial theme. I thank you, gentlemen. This supernatural soliciting cannot be ill, cannot be good. If ill, why hath it given me earnest of success, commencing in a truth? I am Thane of Cawdor. If good, why do I yield to that suggestion whose horrid images doth unfix my hair, and make my seated heart knock my ribs? And make my seated heart knock against my ribs, against the use of nature. Present fears are less than horrible imaginings. My thought, whose murder yet is but fantastical, shakes, so my single state of man that function is smothered in surmise, and nothing is but what is not. Look how our partner's wrapped. That was Banquo. Look how our partner's wrapped.
If he chance will have my king, why chance may crown me? No, if chance will have me king, why chance may crown me without my stir.
No honors come upon him, like our strange garments cleave not to their mold, but with the aid of use.
Come what come may, time and the hour runs through the roughest day.
Worthy Macbeth, we stay upon your leisure.
I'm about to say favor. Favor means pardon. Give me your favor, give me a pardon. Your pardon. Give me a favor, my dull brain was wrought with things forgotten. Kind gentlemen, your pains are registered where every day I turn the leaf to read them. Let us toward the king think upon what hath chanced, and at more time, the interim having waited, let us speak our free hearts, each to other.
Very gladly.
Till then, enough. Come, friends. This is going great. How much battery I got? Okay, I'm good. Scene 4. Forays, the palace. Flourish. I have a trumpet somewhere. It's kind of late. I probably shouldn't play the trumpet. It's like right over there. Flourish. Enter Duncan, Malcolm, Donalban, Lennox, and attendants. This is going to be rough. I don't remember what the voices were. Okay. Duncan, Malcolm. We're going to do this as they come up, and I'm just going to hopefully say something and stick with it. Was Duncan the southerner? Is execution done? This is Duncan. Is execution done on Calidor? Are not those in commission yet returned? Malcolm. My liege, they are not yet come back. But I have spoke with one that saw him die, who did report that very frankly. Am I about to do like Sesame Street stuff? But I have spoke with one that saw him die, who did report that very frankly he confessed his treasons, implored your highness pardon, and set forth a deep repentance. Nothing in his life became him like the leaving it. He died as one that had been studied in his death, to throw away the dearest thing he owed, as 'twere a careless trifle. There is no art to find the mind's construction in the face. He was a gentleman on whom I built an absolute trust. Enter Macbeth, Banquo, Ross, and Angus. This is going to get confusing. Oh, is this still Duncan? Yeah, still Duncan. So, Macbeth, Banquo, Ross, Angus just entered. Oh, worthiest cousin! What am I doing? Oh, worthiest cousin! The sin of my ingratitude even now was heavy on me. Thou art so far before that swiftest wing of recompense is slow to overtake thee. Would thou hadst less deserved that the proportion both of thanks and payment might have been mine. Only I have left to say, more is thy due than more than all. More is thy due than more than all can pay. Macbeth. The service and the loyalty I owe in doing it, the service and the loyalty I owe in doing it pays itself. Your Highness is to receive our duties, and our duties are to your throne. This is not Macbeth. And our duties, sorry, I need to keep the pompous British thing. And our duties, your Highness is to receive our duties. And our duties are to your throne, and state children, and servants, which do but what they should, by doing everything safe toward your love and honor. Which safe toward means to secure, or consistent with, your love and honor. Welcome hither. I have begun to plant thee, and will labor to make thee full of growing. Noble Banquo, that hast no less deserved, nor must be known, no less to have done so. Let me enfold thee, and hold thee in my heart. There, if I grow, the harvest is your own. My plenteous joys, wanton in fullness, seek to hide themselves in drops of sorrow. Sons,
kinsmen, thanes, and you whose places are the nearest. No, we will establish our estate upon our eldest, Malcolm, whom we name hereafter the Prince of Cumberland, which honor must, not unaccompanied, invest him only, but signs nobleness, like stars, shall shine on all deservers, from hence to Inverness, from hence to Inverness, and bind us further to you. The rest is labor, which is not Macbeth. The rest is labor, which is not used for you. I don't know why he's got to be so arrogant. The rest is labor, which is not used for you. I'll be myself the harbinger and make joyful the hearing of my wife with your approach. So humbly take my leave. My worthy Caldor, Macbeth aside, the Prince of Cumberland, that is a step on which I must fall down, or else o'erleap, for my way lies. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. The eye wink at the hand, yet let that be which the eye fears when it is done to see. That was really clunky. Stars, hide your fires. Stars, hide your fires. Let not light see my black and deep desires. The eye wink at the hand, yet let that be which the eye fears when it is done to see. And he exits. True, worthy Banquo, he is so full, so valid, and in his commendations I am fed. It is a banquet to me, less after him, whose care is gone before to bid us welcome. It is a peerless kinsman. Flourish, exude. Oh, I think I'm going to have to change up my voice for Banquo, because that's kind of starting to hurt the old throat. Scene 5. Inverness. Okay, there's Inverness again. Duncan had said, on all deservers from hence to Inverness and bind us further to you. I didn't know what Inverness is. I guess that's a location, Macbeth's castle. Enter Lady Macbeth reading a letter. Here's Lady Macbeth reading a letter. They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the perfectest report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned and desired to question them further, they made themselves air, into which they vanished. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives or messengers, came missives from the king, who all held me thane of Cawdor, by which title, she is reading this letter. I need to actually read this as if she is reading a letter, like if I'm her and I've just received. They met me in the day of success, and I have learned by the perfectest report they have more in them than mortal knowledge. When I burned and desired to question them further, they made themselves air, into which they vanished. Whilst I stood wrapped in the wonder of it, came missives from the king, who all hailed me Thane of Cawdor, by which title, before these weird sisters saluted me, and referred me to the coming on of time with, Hail, King, thou shalt be. This have I thought good to deliver thee, my dearest partner of greatness, that thou mightest not lose the dews of rejoicing by being ignorant of what greatness is promised. Lay it to thy heart and farewell. Glamorous thou art in Cawdor, and shalt be what thou art promised, yet I do fear thy nature. It is too full of the milk of human kindness to catch the nearest way. Thou wouldst be great, art not without ambition, but without the illness should attend it. Illness is wickedness. But without the wickedness that should attend it. But without the illness that should attend it. I'm not doing Lady Macbeth here. But without the wickedness that should attend it. What thou wouldst highly, that wouldst thou holy, like in a holy manner, holily. What thou wouldst highly, that wouldst thou holily, wouldst not play false. In other words, wrongly win, thou wouldst have great gladness, that which cries, thus thou must do, if thou have it.
and that which rather thou dost fear to do, than wishest should be done, than wishest should be undone. That which cries, this is a mouthful, that which cries, thus thou must do if thou have it, and that which rather thou dost fear to do, than wishest should be undone. Hie thee hither, that I may pour my spirits in thine ear, and chastise with the valor of my tongue all that impedes thee from the golden round, which fate in metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. Metaphysical being supernatural. With metaphysical aid doth seem to have thee crowned withal. Enter a messenger. What is your tidings? The king comes here tonight. Thou art mad to say it. Is not thy master with him? Who, worst so, would have informed for preparation? Thou art mad to say it. Is not thy master with him? Who, worst so, would have informed for preparation? Oh, okay. Thou art mad to say it. Is not thy master with him? Who, were so, would have informed for preparation. She's saying, if the king was coming, someone would have let me know, so that someone would have let me know, so that I could have prepared for the king's presence. Would have informed for preparation. So please you, it is true, Athene is coming. One of my fellows had the speed of him, who, almost dead for breath, had scarcely more than would make up his message. Give him tending. He brings great news. Exit messenger. Exit. The raven himself is hoarse that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan. Under my battlements, that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here. That tend on mortal thoughts is deadly or murderous, that tend on murderous thoughts. Come, you my spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make sick my blood. Stop up the access and passage to remorse, or pity. Remorse, pity, or tenderness. Stop up the access and passage to remorse, that no compunctuous visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breasts, and take my milk for gall. Ooh, gall, take is marked here as exchange, and exchange my milk for gall. Come to my woman's breasts, and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers. Wherever in your sightless substances, sightless is saying invisible. Wherever in your sightless substances you wait on nature's mischief, come, thick night, and pale thee in the in the dunnest smoke of hell, that my keen knife should not the wounded, that my keen knife see not the wounded makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark, to cry, hold, hold. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know what that last part was saying there. What? Wherever in your sightless substances, and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers. Wherever in your... The raven himself is hoarse, that croaks the fatal entrance of... The raven himself is hoarse, that croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan. I forget that Duncan, the dude I've been doing an accent like this, he's supposed to be the king, you know? That croaks the fatal entrance of Duncan under my battlements. Come, you spirits that tend on mortal thoughts, unsex me here, and fill me from the crown to the toe, top full of direst cruelty. Make thick my blood. Stop up the access and passage to remorse. Stop up the access and passage to pity, to tenderness. That no compunctious visitings of nature shake my fell purpose, nor keep peace between the effect and it. Come to my woman's breasts and take my milk for gall, you murdering ministers. You murdering ministers. Like, are we talking about the witches right now, or are we talking about the messenger, the fact that he's come? You murdering ministers, wherever in your sightless substance, in your invisible substances, you wait on nature's mischief. Come, thick night, and pall thee in the dunest smoke of hell. I don't know what that means. the dumbest, dunest, I'm gonna say it's like thickest, maybe, thickest smoke of hell, that my keen knife see not the wound it makes, nor heaven peep through the blanket of the dark to cry, hold, hold. I don't know what the hold means here. Let's move on. Enter Macbeth, still Lady Macbeth here. Great Glamis, worthy Cawdor, greater than both by the all hail hereafter, thy letters have transported me beyond this ignorant present, and I feel now the future in the instant. My British, my dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight. All of a sudden he's like pitiful and small. My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight. and when goes hence? Tomorrow as he purposes. Oh, never shall sun that morrow see. Your face, my Thane, is as a book where men may read strange matters. To beguile the time, which time says world, others. To beguile the time, look like the time, bear welcome in your eye, your hand, your tongue, look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. He that's coming must be provided for, and you shall put this night's great business into my dispatch. I don't know why I go like that, dispatch. Into my dispatch, which shall to all our nights and days to come give solely sovereign sway in masterdom. We will speak further. Only look up clear. To alter favor ever is to fear. To alter favor is expression, countenance. To alter your countenance. Only look up clear. To alter favor ever is to fear. Leave all the rest to me. Exeunt. Scene 6, before Macbeth's castle. Am I going to have enough time for all this? My battery's running a little low. And I don't even know. We'll worry about the taping later. Well, shoot, I got started around like, what, 10:30 then? It's 11. Okay, plenty of time. Scene 6, before Macbeth's castle. Sorry, I thought I heard my roommate. I have a roommate that like isn't home very often, and when he is, he basically just goes straight to bed and is just in a dead sleep. And he like came home at like 6 p.m. today and just sleep, dead sleep. Like dude snores so loud and just nothing wakes him. Like so, and he always locks his bedroom door, which me and my other roommate we never do because like we all know each other really, really well. It's not like we have any reason to like go into each other's room or unlock the door. But like he sleeps through his alarms often. This one that sleeps really zonked, and he'll ask us to like wake him up if he sleeps through an alarm. But like he locks his door, so we can't go in there and like slap him in the face. So we literally just like bang on the door. And I don't know why I'm saying all this. Basically, I thought I heard my roommate, and I noticed that there is an air vent right here, and sound does travel very well in this house, even though I'm in a basement and he's upstairs. Still, it's possible he could hear me very easily. But also, like, would I be able to wake him up even yelling? I don't know. That was a tangent, wasn't it? We're in Macbeth's castle. Hautboys and torches. Hautboys. Sorry for the AC unit kicking in there. Enter Duncan, Malcolm, Donalbain, Banquo, Lennox, Macduff, Ross, Angus, and attendants. I've noticed thus far that a lot of times it'll say people are present in the scene, but they won't actually have any dialogue. That, happens sometimes. So we'll address voices and characterizations when they come up. Hopefully I can remember who's who from previous stuff. Duncan. This castle hath a pleasant seat. The air nimbly and sweetly recommends itself unto our gentle senses. Banquo. This guest of summer, the temple haunting martlet. Martlet is a house martin. Don't ask me what a house martin is.
The temple haunting martlet does approve, which approve is glossed as prove, does prove. This guest of summer, the temple haunting martlet does this guest of summer, the temple haunting martlet does approve by his loved masonry that the heaven's breath smells wooingly here. No jutty freeze it? I don't know, I should know that word. No jutty is projection. No projection. No jutty, freeze it, buttress, nor coin of vantage. Coin spelled C-O-I-G-N. That's new to me. Which is corner. No jutty, freeze it, buttress, nor coin of vantage. But I've changed my accent. But this bird hath made his pendant bed and procreate cradle. Where thy most breed and haunt, I have observed the air is delicate. I don't understand the point of that, but I'm also not reading for super great understanding with this kind of getting the line. See our honored hostess. The love that follows us sometimes is our trouble, which still we think as love. Here and I teach you how you shall bid God ild us for your pains. How you shall bid God ild us for your pains and thank us for your trouble. Ild is glossed as reward. Here and I teach you how you shall bid God ild us for your pains and thank us for your trouble. He's saying to Lady Macbeth, like, we get that we're a burden. You know, I'm going to tell you what God ought to do for you. Or maybe there's actually deeper context. Maybe he's actually arrogant and he's like, God will take care of this, not me. God will repay you. Don't expect anything from me, though, the King Duncan. I don't actually know. Anyway, how you shall bid God ild us for your pains and thank us for your trouble. Lady Macbeth. All our service and every point twice done, and then done double, were poor and single business to contend against those honors, deep and broad wherewith your majesty loads our house. For those of old, and the late dignities heaped up to them, we rest your hermits. Hermits is beadsmen, those who pray for another. We rest your hermits. Where's the Thane of Cawdor? We coursed him at the heels and had a purpose to be his purveyor, but he rides well. To be his provider. To be his purveyor. But he rides well, and his great love, sharp as his spur, hath holp him to his home before us. Fair and noble hostess, we are your guests tonight. Your servants ever have themselves, and what is theirs in compt? In compt is account. In account. Have theirs themselves, and what is theirs in compt, to make their audit at your highness' pleasure, still to return your own. Give me your hand. Conduct me to mine host. We love him highly, and shall continue our graces towards him. By your leave, hostess, exeunt. Okay, just an introduction. Scene 7, Macbeth's castle. Okay, so that scene was before his castle. This is his castle. Sorry. Yeah. Hout boys and torches. I don't actually know what hout boys are. I feel like I should know this at this point. Let me see what a hout boy is. And as you wait, enjoy these lovely sounds of daybreak. Oh, yeah, okay. I say that as if like, oh yeah, I knew what it is. It's an archaic form of an oboe, which I actually might know. There's like the crom or the crumhorn. Is that what I'm thinking of? The crumhorn is a double reed instrument that has like a vocal tube or something. I don't remember. Hautboy is probably a really obnoxious thing. Like a racket, if you know the instrument racket. I imagine it's something like that, but maybe a little bit more musical. Hautboys and torches. Enter a sewer. It's a head servant, S-E-W-E-R, sewer, and divers, servants with dishes and service, and pass over the stage. Then enter Macbeth. Here's Macbeth.
If it were done when 'tis done, then 'twere well it were done quickly. If the assassination could trammel up the consequence, trammel up is tie up or catch in a net, the consequence. If the assassination could trammel up the consequence and catch with his surcease, Sir, S-U-R-C-E-A-S-E, surcease, which means death, is surcease. And catch with his surcease success. That but this blow might be the be-all and the end-all here. But here upon this bank and shoal of time, we'll jump the life to come. But in these cases, we still have judgment here, that we but teach bloody instructions, which being taught return to plague the inventor. This even-handed justice commencing greetings of our poisoned chalice to our own lips. He's here in double trust. First I as his kinsman and his subject, strong both against the deed, then at his host, who should against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Against his murderer shut the door, not bear the knife myself. Besides, this Duncan hath borne his faculties so meek, faculties being powers, hath borne his faculties so meek, hath been so clear in his great office, a clear being irreproachable, in his great office, that his virtues will plead like angels trumpet-tongued against the deep damnation of his taking off. In pity, like a naked newborn babe, striding the blast, bestriding or mounting the blast, bestriding the blast, or heaven's cherubim horsed upon the sightless couriers in the air, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind, shall blow the horrid deed in every eye, that tears shall drown the wind. I have no spur to prick the sides of my intent, but only vaulting ambition, which o'erlaps itself, and falls on the other being other side of the horse. Sometimes the glosses, like you read them, like what was that one? Striding, meaning bestriding or mounting. It's like, okay, I probably could have gotten that pretty easily, but then like, actually or faculties being powers. I don't know, maybe if I had read this a little better, I would have gotten the other side of the horse. Yeah, I would have. Because it had talked about mounting, bestriding. Whatever, but sometimes the glosses, it's like, oh, I never would have guessed that. Anyway, that whole little soliloquy there, a little bit lost on me. I'd have to read it a little closer. Enter Lady Macbeth. How now? What news? He has almost slept. Why have you left the chamber? Hath he asked for me? Know you not he has? Know you not he has? Know you not he has? We will proceed no further in this business. He hath honored me of late, and I have brought golden opinions from all sorts of people, which would be worn now in their newest gloss, not cast aside so soon. Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale at what it did so freely? From this time, such I account thy love, art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteemest your ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, like the poor cat in the adage? I feel like that, let me read that one more time. Was the hope drunk wherein you dressed yourself? Hath it slept since, and wakes it now to look so green and pale, and what it did so freely? From this time such I account thy love. Art thou afeard to be the same in thine own act and valor as thou art in desire? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteemest the ornament of life? Wouldst thou have that which thou esteemest the ornament of life, and live a coward in thine own esteem, letting I dare not wait upon I would, let the poor cat, or like the poor cat in the adage? It's just commenting on his changed willingness to meet the king, I guess? Something along those lines. It's late.
Anyway, like the poor cat in the adage, prithee, peace. I dare do all that may become a man. Who dares do more is none. What beast was then that made you break this enterprise to me? When you durst do it, then you were a man. And to be more than what you were, you would be so much more the man. Nor time, nor place did then adhere, and yet you would make both. Then have made themselves, and they have made themselves, and that their fitness now doesn't make you. I have given suck. I have given suck, and know how tender 'tis to love the babe that milks me. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums. Okay. Okay, Shakespeare. I would, while it was smiling in my face, have plucked my nipple from his boneless gums, and dashed the brains out, had I so sworn as you have done to this. If we should fail, we fail? But screw your courage to the sticking place, and will not fail. When Duncan is asleep, where to the rather shall his day's hard journey soundly invite him? His two chamberlains will I with wine and wassail to convince or overcome, and wassail so. I hope I'm saying that right. Wassail, and wassail so convince or so overcome. Will I with wine and wassail so, or is it wassail? I don't know. With wine and wassail so convinced that memory, the water of the brain, shall be a fume in the receipt of reason. A limbec only. A limbec is a limbic, a still, an Olympic or still. A limbec only. When in swinish sleep, their drenched natures lie as in death. What cannot you and I perform upon the unguarded Duncan? What not put upon the spongy officers, who shall bear the guilt of our great quell, or murder? They're planning on murdering him. Maybe that was already said before, but I'm like only now getting that. Okay. Bring forth men children only, for thy undaunted metal shall compose nothing but males. Nothing but males. Will it not be received? Will it not be received when we have marked with blood these sleepy two of his own chamber, and used their very daggers that they have done? Who dares receive it other? Who dares receive it other, as we shall make our griefs and clamor roar upon his death? I am settled, and bend up each corporal agent to this terrible feat. Away and mock the time with fairest show. False face must hide what the false heart doth know. Exeunt. And that's the end of Act 1. I'm very low on battery. I'm gonna call it for right now. I should get sleep. I need to wake up tomorrow at a earlier than not time. I cannot sleep in, so I'm trying to sleep. Although Act 2 looks like it might be very short. It is very short, but we'll do it some other time. If you actually watched all this, either I'm very funny. No. I don't know why you would have watched all this. I would pretty plainly see it as a waste of time. But again, I enjoy doing this. It's a nice little cold read. Nice fun thing to do. Get the gist of it, because Shakespeare's hard to understand oftentimes. So it's nice to like get an understanding of it and then read through a little, just like breeze on through it, not worry too much, get the gist, and then go with the fine comb, whatever, like try to actually understand what the heck's going on. Well, I meant at some point to switch to black and white because I thought that'd be fun. So, Hector's pup. Where's the button? There it is. My bad. Black and white. Maybe Act 2 will be in black and white. We'll see. Otherwise, yeah. Sorry for dragging literally everything possible out longer than it needs to be. Thanks for watching. I had a fun time. I'm tired. Cheers. Bye thing.